you decide to move, you decide to move, or you lost your apartment or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? You decide to move. Where you gonna move to? You might end up living in your car because when you move from where you at and the price was this, you're gonna meet all new prices now because they don't need your ass no more. This is what you did. You devalue your value by voting for someone who devalued your value. So now when you go look for a place, you know what I'm saying, and he gonna tell you it's $5,000 or $4,000, and then you're gonna be, well, it's just me and my family, and I'm paying. We don't care. So he's gonna kick your ass to the curb, and he's gonna put, a bunch of Latino Americans or whatever they call themselves coming over the border into those apartments, and they're gonna pile up five and six, and be able to pay him $5,000, and they're gonna do that 100 times, triple times over. So small areas like Long Island and many other places is going to get in New York is going to get overwhelmed, and there's going to be no place for you to really think. And the way it is already, majority of the American people have been gypped by the fact that they can't even purchase their own house, and it's a very difficult situation that you made it in. And then, according to the pandemic, you made a lot of people lose their homes. You know what I'm saying? And many businesses got shut down that were mom and papas. So I still don't see how you don't see it, but everyone else do. There's a young man who stayed, with us, and he said the same thing. It seems like when you're talking about a fantasy land and all types of fantasy stuff, talking about Christianity, whatever, you guys seem to be the sanest one. But when we tell you what we see and how we analyze it, and we don't see it that way, nor do we believe in it, we become the retarded ones. Continue down that road. Along with inflation, the southern border is still chaotic. You know what I'm saying? This week, the creepy ass president, own party, demand creepy Biden administration investigate reports that the Texas officials were separating families at the U.S. Mexican border. Well, this is one of the things that they did in the very beginning. You said that Trump did that. Trump did not do that. And he's repeating the same cycle. You know what I'm saying? Trump did not separate it. He tried to build facilities and try to, rectify the situation based on the garbage they had already did. But he came in on that platform that they had already set up and told the people that this president's going to come in and he's going to bar your niggas from, bar you from coming over here, and he don't care about your family, and he's going to separate you because, what I'm saying, the parents, you told the parents that the children could stay, but they can't. And you also said that Trump said that. You know what I'm saying? But in more ways than one, even if Trump said that, he still was rectifying the situation where the parents would be able to come through legally without the going back and forth with the children. So at the same time, in more ways than one, it still doesn't land on Trump's thing because they set it up before Trump got there. And when Trump got into the whole thing, it all fell on Trump in itself. This is what they did. So it was easy to set him up, put the blame for that, which we know it is not. You know what I'm saying? And the demon Democrats, Obama and motherfucking Biden and Hillary and whatever the Hillary nutcase ass, they're the ones who sat there and separated those children and made these different trickery policies that happened. And now we have to go back and forth with the bullshit, but the damage is already done. This is what you don't understand. Same as we see, he's not even investigating the separation of families at the U.S. Mexican border, nor do he care because they did this, like I said, in the very beginning, when the border crisis and all the stuff started to erupt to the fullest of its capacity. You know what I'm saying? Some things the Demon Democratic Party, previously attacked the Trump administration for. You see, they previously attacked him on it because they set it up that way. before Trump really got a real grip of the whole situation. They had already ramped this up. Obama and them is the ones put those kids in cages and took pictures and then showed it to the people in Mexico as well as the people over here to make everybody believe that Trump was the bad guy when Trump was trying to help. You know what I'm saying? The same thing they accused the Trump administration for it it when it implemented, you know what I'm saying? They blame Trump for when it implemented a family separation policy to stem the flow of illegal migrants at the border. You know what I'm saying? Ahead of the Title 42 expiration in May, the creepy Biden quietly admitted that the border situation would be chaotic for a while. See? As the administration worked to restore order. What we at the end of the speech Wednesday, creepy ass Joe Biden said America is still the beacon of the world. No, no, it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's just like all the rest of the bullshit that go on, adding that our country best days are not behind the bus. Yes, they are. This isn't about the past. It's about the future. What future? Many people are still dying from the program, you know what I'm saying? And they weren't dying before that. Nobody was stiffening up and dropping and all dead and all this stuff until Como now and Biden and creepy Joe administration pulled that, you know what I'm saying? Talking about the future. What future? We're going to build the, we're going to build, and I've never been more optimistic about America's future. Yeah, because you're the one who caused the chaos in itself in the first place. You know what I'm saying? In the first place. You know what I'm saying? Even when we look here at this particular one, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, all that he's talking about is still based on the fact of him talking stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? He's talking stupid shit. You know what I mean? In more ways than one, we see that. So he's not saying too much to us anyway. You know what I'm saying? He's not saying too much to us in this matter. You know what I mean? Because him and Obama and the rest of them put this shit together. When you look at it, you know, when you look at it, and then wants to put the blame on everyone else. You can't put the blame on everyone else for the garbage in which you have done to this country and then think that you're going to just slick off with all kinds of slicky words and make everybody believe that you are so sweet and nice. You know what I mean? When you, in essence, caused the situation to happen. You know what I mean? You caused the situation to happen in the same order. You know what I'm saying? You caused this. So we still have to look at what it is that we're going to do in the 2024 election coming up because it's highly important that people understand that situation. You know, that the people understand what is going on in their country as a whole. We cannot allow them to make that decision when the people should be more involved in the lawmaking of their situation. You know what I mean? They should be in full focus right now. That full focus. Even Obama is was secretly trying to tell, I guess, creepy ass Biden that you know things are looking good. You know what I'm saying? Now they admit it. You know, there was a brother up here not too long. He was saying the same thing. You know what I mean? Now they decided to admit it. You know, we see Georgia DA sounds alarm on very dangerous aspects of political threats. You know what I'm saying? This is coming in by, uh, it looked like Kathleen Lewis or something like that. You know what I'm saying? On the 8/17/2023 at 12:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one, this is what we're looking at. So now the DA is up there singing and dancing. This is coming off the news week. But we see DeKalb County, you know what I'm saying? DeKalb County, district attorney Sherry Boston, you know what I'm saying, warned that any form of political violence cannot be taken lightly in the response to the report of Texas woman facing federal charges accused of threatening to kill U.S. District Judge, you know what I'm saying, Tanya, whatever her name is, you know what I'm saying? And that situation seems to be going in the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? In the wrong direction. You know, we see another one coming in here where a black woman is saying, "Black woman, open your eyes, change your mind on Biden versus Trump." You know what I'm saying? So let's see what she's talking about. Apparently, they blocked that one. Oh, no, 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 they didn't. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? But let's see what she's talking about because highly important to see the mind frame of the people right about now. See, this is what happened last election. Last election, people wasn't they were paying it mind. Millions of people were paying it mind, but there was many that was not paying it any mind and don't want to. Oh, good for her. Listen to this.
I voted for Biden. That's okay. Probably why Trump lost. I'm one of them 7 million votes that he didn't get because I voted because I was told I was black. I should vote Democrat. So I Democrat.
Listen to this.
I voted for Biden. That's okay. Probably why Trump lost. I'm one of them 7 million votes that he didn't get because I voted because I was told I was black. I should vote Democrat. So I voted Democrat. I'm not doing that no more. And after I'm witnessing them trying to take down Trump as much as possible to keep him from getting back in that White House, that makes me want to vote for him more and more and more.
Good.
We need somebody in there that's real. Not these puppies like Biden. Biden is a puppy. He get in there, he get in front of that camera, and he does what they tell him to do. Trump wasn't gonna let them tell him what to do. So that's why I'm looking back on all this now, and I'm not gonna.
Let's take that from the top, people. Because it's highly important. Well, let's look at the comments. We got the comments coming in by Cole Johnson. You know what I'm saying? His reply to this that we're going to play again so you can have a little understanding of what the mind frame was prior to the opening your eyes to your ancestors' party that is the party of the people. You know what I'm saying? But we see where Cole or whatever his name is, Johnson responds to, thank you, good, she's seeing the light. All right, you know what I'm saying? We see another one coming in by uh, Roosevelt M. You know what I'm saying? He said about time. You know what I'm saying? He's saying about time, really, but he's saying about time. Wake up, black community. This liberal, no, he's saying, I'm sorry. He's saying it's about time. Wake up, black community. The liberals have been using you for 60 plus years. And that's what I was saying. Now let's play her again and let's see how she became a Democrat in her ways that she was told that she would have to do because of the color of her skin. And I'm gonna show you how to use the black card. Let's play it again.
I let another black person or another white person tell me who to vote for. Trump 2024. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, good for her. Listen to this.
Yeah. I voted for Biden. That's okay. Probably why Trump lost. I'm one of them 7 million votes that he didn't get. Because I voted because I was told I was black and I should vote Democrat. So I voted Democrat. I'm not doing that no more. And after I'm witnessing them trying to take down Trump as much as possible to keep him from getting back in that White House, that makes me want to vote for him more and more and more.
Good.
We need somebody in there that's real. Not these puppies like Biden. Biden is a puppy. He get in there, he get in front of that camera, and he does what they tell him to do. Trump wasn't gonna let them tell him what to do. So that's why I'm looking back on all this now. And I'm not gonna let another black person or another white person tell me who to vote for. Trump 2024. That's all I gotta say.
Well, there you have it. And that's coming from a black woman. You know what I'm saying? And it's good to see that she's awakening to these demon democratical piece of garbage shit that's going on. You know what I'm saying? We don't need all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a thunderstorm that they brought down on us. They brought the storm and the hurricane down on us, talking about climate control when they're controlling the climate, probably. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about climate control and all kinds of bullshit, nonsense. You know what I'm saying? But there you have it. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one, we have to start as black people seeing the truth of the light of the game. You know what I'm saying? You cannot just be told that you black, so you should be Democrat. Because really, when you do the historical vow on the Demon Democrats, you realize that's the party of the Ku Klux Klan, and it's also the party of many extremists. You know what I'm saying? Now separated on the left side. That's the party of the slave masters before there was even a Republican Party, and this goes back even before the Civil War. You know what I'm saying? So they were them even Democrats when the Republican parties were created after the Civil War. 150 black men stood up, risked their life, put their life on the line for us. You know what I'm saying? Along with 12 Anglo Saxons, according to the narrative of the group. And also the Popular Party, you know what I'm saying, had joined in many ways. But at the same time, their racism still infiltrated the party and end up pushing black people out. But black people continue to support the party, and the Demon Democrats weren't winning office, and Reconstruction for black people was beginning to move. So to destroy Reconstruction and the economical status of the black people, and also take over the White House with this demonic entity, they created an ingrown terrorist group called the Ku Klux Klan. They did not just kill black people; they killed white people as well too. You know what I'm saying? But it's not mentioned, is it? And at the same time, while they started terrorizing these ingrown, they created the demon Democrats at that time created a ingrown terrorists in the United States. That's what they did. They created a terrorist group in the United States to go out and terrorize people and bully people so they stay in power and win elections. Same thing they did to Black Wall Street, you know what I'm saying, all over America at that time. You know what I'm saying? Same thing they've been doing by pushing you in projects. Same thing they've been doing by screwing up your school. Same thing they've been doing by telling you this wouldn't be a good job for you. You might as well go work on a garbage truck, you know what I'm saying, with a PhD. You know what I'm saying? As long as you black, you ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And all this type of shit, still voting whether we can vote and shit like that. That should have been went away. Still got in the Constitution, probably with 3/5 of a human being. You know what I'm saying? You're not paying attention, and you're not doing your historical facts on many of these researches that will lead you to understand who the Demon Democratic Party really is. You just born a couple of days ago, you know, and not as far back as me, and even more far back as me, I didn't know till I came forward and started to use my mind and open up, you know what I'm saying, and get off their bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing that. So when you grow up today, you know, everybody gonna be telling you, oh, you black, you know what I'm saying? The demon Democrats, you know, freed you from slavery, and you know what I'm saying? The demon Democrats, yeah, you know what I'm saying? They gave you civil rights, but no, they didn't. You know what I'm saying? Much of the civil rights bill was pushed by the constant pressure from the black people themselves on the presidents who were taking office at the time. You know what I'm saying? Even Marcus Garvey tried. I think he tried to start a group, a movement, the UNIV or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear black people doing that no more. Starting what? What political party and strength do we have, you know what I'm saying, in the black community based on, you know what I'm saying, these things? None. And it's almost non-existence altogether. And then when you see it, you don't hear about it. They don't advertise about it. They don't reach out to black people on it. They don't do none of these fucking things. All they do is sit there, collect money, or however they do it in that organization they got. And if you're lucky to hear about it by someone else getting something done with them, and then you go over there, you still might not get nothing done with them, but they did, you know what I'm saying, and so on and so on. So, you still see the garbage within the black community that is not representing black people in itself at all. All they are doing is running behind these blood sucking demon Democrat Ku Klux Klan creators of homegrown terrorism and terrorize the black Republicans and the black people, clean out of the Republican Party, hanging them, lynching them, doing every fucking thing, and still around today. They are laughing in your face right now because you're voting for the same set of people that's down south hanging your motherfucking family members, still committing terrorist acts, still, and even going back further than that, we're hanging them from trees and think about they took the train ride. They took a train ride when they're looking for their relatives. You know what I'm saying? They shot. He took he them there on the train. He took the train. You know what I'm saying? And that means they hanged him and they killed him. You know what I'm saying? He's hanging from some tree somewhere while they're skinning, grinning, and laughing, such as the brother that got beat down the other day. You know what I'm saying? Where he looked like his face almost looked like Emmett Till's. They still doing the same thing today because you continue to vote for these people, and you're now waking up that the demon Democratic Party got to go. You know what I'm saying? And the Republican Party needs to be straightened out 100% completely and put in charge and put back on the pedestal because they are the only ones that seems to be fighting for America in wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? You could create all kind of racist theories you want, but they're still doing for America wholeheartedly. The Demon Democrats are not doing that. They are lying to you every step of the way. We see Hutchison, Trump has disqualified himself from ever holding president again. Yeah, because you're an asshole just like the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? Trump ain't disqualifying himself from a fucking thing other than your dumb ass coming in from Hutchinson. You know what I'm saying? This is coming in by Sarah, look like Berlinski, you know what I'm saying, 2 days ago coming off the hill, you know what I'm saying? But we see a Republican presidential candidate. Listen to his a Republican president. He's a Republican idiot. Don't vote for him. You know what I'm saying? Don't vote for him. His name is Asa. At least he sound like an Arab. Asa Hutchison. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, asshole Hutchison. Responds to a news of the Ford indictment on Trump. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna put salt on the wound. You know what I'm saying? But the President Trump, by repeating his claim that Trump has disqualified himself from holding presidency again. You know what I'm saying? If I was you, I wouldn't vote for Hutchinson. He don't need to hold no presidency in this country ever in his life to begin with. You know what I'm saying? We see Donald Trump has disqualified himself from ever holding office. You know what I'm saying? Our nation's highest. To get to the point, Hutchinson, a former Arkansas governor, wrote late Monday night, you know what I'm saying, in a post on X. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like his brain. This nigga's an idiot. Let's just be honest, people. This did now see this is what I'm talking about. Now we could lean over to the Republican side because it's more than one way to skin a cat. You know what I'm saying? And Republicans act as if like, you know, they so clean. But we have many of them that enter the Republican Party that it's not about shit. This is why you need Trump back in office to get these motherfuckers out. You know what I'm saying? And he's sitting up there talking all this dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about 18 co-defendants. Yeah, okay, so where did that come from? Don't listen to Hutchinson. He's full of shit, and he's pumping gas. You know what I'm saying? We see Liz Cheney's back on the scene. You know what I'm saying? You know, I guess he's prophet warning of her fellow Republicans. You're not no fellow Republican, Liz the Nut Butt Cheney. You know what I'm saying? This is coming in by Bernard Goldberg, opinion contributor 1 day ago. You know what I'm saying? Off the hill. You know what I'm saying? From what we see here, Liz the Nut Gut Cheney is back on the scene talking shit. Now listen to the dumb shit she talking about. Of the millions of words uttered about the January 6th Baphomet Luciferian, and I bet you she was on that Baphomet Luciferian committee too. Riots at in Capitol Hill, insurrection that was caused by the demon Democrats to set up Trump. You know what I'm saying? If prefer, None have been so, saying, I guess it equated with as those spoke by Liz the Nut, but not Keith Cheney, who at the time was the Republican Congresswoman from Wyoming, which she should have been fired a long time ago. But Cheney was the vice chair of the House Select Committee. Didn't I tell you? That was investigating the event of that day, appointed by who? None other than who was her name? Nancy Pelosi, 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 Duncy. Nancy Pelosi, 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 Duncy. Oh, it's, you know what I'm saying? Get on my face. Y'all are garbage, you know what I'm saying? And she's sitting up there trying to have some kind of prediction, you know what I'm saying, with her not the butt ass. You know what I'm saying? But we 28 Americans think think use of force justifies to block Trump from becoming the president. And I said, why would you block him by force? You know what I'm saying? Same thing they did you when they blocked your ass using coronavirus force plans or force schemes. You know what I'm saying? You're talking stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? And you're also putting us in detrimental and dragging us down the fucking road with you. You stupid ass. Look at my face. This one came in on August 15th, 2023. This look is come by Elizabeth uh, Larson. You know what I'm saying? But we see here where a new University of Chicago, you know, found millions of U.S. adults believe the use of force is justified in blocking the President of the United States, Trump, from winning the White House again. That's a cornball fucking idea and a stupid one. You know what I'm saying? Just 11% of U.S. adults agree that the use of force is justified to prevent Donald Trump from becoming president. The survey found. Yeah, now they all got demon democratical mind frame by even introducing that. You know what I'm saying? Because he is not doing that to you by use of force. What he's trying to do is save your fucking butt, and you don't seem to hear it. And we see Trump ex-friend claim he's scared of death he's scared of that of going face to face with the political rival. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because you're full of shit. You know what I'm saying? You're whooping 64% of Americans say Trump definitely or probably would not support. They definitely or probably would not support Trump for. I will. I'm gonna support him all the way. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all crooked asses don't seem to know what the fuck is going on, other than the dumb shit that you listening to these motherfuckers concoct on Trump and the Republican Party, and you're following down that deadly road that you know where it's going to end up. So you keep on believing that you black and you fucking um supposed to vote for the slave masters party and the terrorist organization, the Ku Klux Klan, that they committed because who the fuck you think Jim Crow was and the Jim Crow laws that's probably still on the law books today. You know what I'm saying? Which should have been abolished, stricken from the record, and burned. You know what I'm saying? Since you like to burn fucking books, you need to burn everything to do with Jim Crow crooked ass and burn it and remove it from our government as any historical vow at all. You know what I'm saying? You're full of shit. You know what I'm saying? You're full of shit. I don't want to hear that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? We see and 11 trillion, you know what I'm saying, wealth wipeout has set the world back for the first time since 2008. Obama bullshit ass trickery gave talking about a recession. I don't know what's the difference when he said that back then in 2008 between a recession and a depression. It's the same thing you pulled back then using the Rockefellers and all the motherfuckers to do this bullshit. But thanks to a I guess he's saying trifid of high inflation, you know what I'm saying, interest rates and currency decline. Yeah, because that was all sent into play. It wasn't doing that before. Even though we had different things going on with Trump, it was not as worse that it can be because he was blocking a lot of the shit that they wanted to do. This is one of the things that they wanted to do. They wanted to put us under this type of stress and bullshit and stress our country to the fullest of their ability. We see Kathy Hochul questioned Mayor Adams' handling of the asylum seeker case. Yeah, Eva did that. I mean, she the one was a part of the bullshit to begin with. We see a Georgia court clerk admits mishaps behind fictitious Trump indictment. I am a human. You know what I'm saying? In this matter, we see in that we see a fact check or Donald Trump, Chubby Bear Baby, and Marlena going, you know what I'm saying, over going through a divorce. You know what I'm saying? Well, we don't need to know that. That's their private business. You know what I'm saying? So beat it to that stupid story. But we see here where this one is coming in by Brandon Gillespie, you know what I'm saying, 21 days ago, coming off the Fox News. You know what I'm saying? But we see here this woman said that she was a Georgia clerk, admits mishaps behind the fictitious Trump indictment. You know what I'm saying? I'm human. You know what I'm saying? From what she's saying in this matter. So let's take a look at what she is saying based on what she's saying. So let's take a little look because you know sometimes you have to bring it where the people can hear it, you know what I'm saying, and they can get a better view from the report, which I know they probably saw.
Are very similar. So then on August 14th, that same day, later in the afternoon or that night and that evening, Fulton County DA Fonnie Willis charges Trump and 18 others in the Georgia 2020 election probe. You have the facts. You make up your mind, your decision. Is this a coincidence?
Ooh, 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 ooh. Listen to it again. Listen to it again, people. Let's go back and let's listen to it again.
Well, former President Trump indicted for a fourth time, as you know, this week, and on the same day that another big story was breaking about the Hunter Biden probe, raising quite a few eyebrows about the timing of all of this. So let's break down the timeline of Trump's indictments versus the key developments in the Hunter saga. So let's start in New York City this March. Look at this: Biden family and the laptop revelations versus Trump's indictments. So this is the first indictment. March 16th, the House Oversight Committee reveals that Biden family payments from this Chinese energy company. Well, look at this. 2 days later, Trump says he's going to be indicted in New York. He wrote that on social media. Then April 4th, the Manhattan DA, Alvin Bragg, indicts Trump in that hush money case. This is right after we find out about all this money from the energy company. Okay, so that is New York City. Let's go to Florida. This is in June. The bribery allegations and the plea deals versus Trump's second indictment. So these are the classified documents, Mar-a-Lago stuff. So on June 7th, the FBI releases the documents alleging that the Bidens took the $10 million bribe from Burisma. Remember, the owner of Burisma caught in the coffee shop saying $5 million for one Biden, $5 million for another. Then the very next day, look at this, Jack Smith indicts Trump in the Mar-a-Lago document case. Then on July 26th, that's the Hunter Biden sweetheart deal that's rejected. The very next day, July 27th, Jack Smith adds more charges in the Mar-a-Lago case. Let's slap some more charges to that. All right, so then in July, let's go to D.C. Devin Archer interview versus Trump's third indictment. So this was the January 6th stuff. July 31st, Devin Archer testifies that Joe Biden was on 20-plus phone calls with his son's business partners. The very next day, Jack Smith indicts Trump for the January 6th case. Coincidence? We don't know. You decide. All right, now let's go to Georgia. This happened recently, the last few days. FBI agent transcript versus Trump's fourth indictment. So in the morning, on August 14th, GOP releases the transcripts from this FBI agent involved in the Hunter Biden investigation. And it happens to coincide with what the whistleblower was saying, that someone tipped off, the Secret Service tipped off Hunter Biden. He was never interviewed. So their stories are very similar. So then on August 14th, 13th, that same day, later in the afternoon or that night or that evening, Fulton County DA Fonnie Willis charges Trump and 18 others in the Georgia 2020 election probe. You have the facts. You make up your mind. Your decision. Is this a coincidence? Well,
All right,
President
so there you
Trump,
have. So there you
indicted.
have it. So there you have it. You know what I'm saying? There you have it, live and direct. You know what I'm saying? When we see Fulton County Clerk, you know what I'm saying, office is now admitting it messed up when it posted the indictment against the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, on Monday before the grand jury voted to hand up one with official charges against him. Wow. You know what I'm saying? And 18 others, you know what I'm saying? Speaking, you know what I'm saying, with local outlet, you know, WSB-TV Wednesday, the Fulton County Clerk of the Superior and Magistrates, you know, courts, you know what I'm saying, I guess saying she or whatever, Alexandra, whatever the name, they said she made a mistake while under pressure to ensure the process surrounding the indictment was smoothly. On Monday afternoon, the Fulton County Clerk, you know, said website, you know, post a document that listed the same charges included in the indictment released last Monday night, which included charges of violating the Georgia RICO Act. You know what I'm saying? The racketeering, I guess racketeering, Influence and Corruption Organization Act. That's a bullshit fucking charge and a bullshit fucking name that you all put up there in order to push him over to this bullshit. That's bullshit. Because if that's the case, we could say the same thing for Creep Joe Biden, Obama, Bush, and we could keep on going all the way to Richard Nixon, James Polk, and all of them. You know what I'm saying? But we see the act solicitation of violence of oath by public official. That's another bullshit ass garbage charge that you conspiracy to commit filing false document. All the charges are straight bullshit, and you could clearly see that they're on a witch hunt in order to prosecute this man. You know what I'm saying? So he do not win the 2024 presidential election. That's a fact, and for his busy. You know what I'm saying? We see Mr. Dershowitz or whatever his name is predict predict there will be some convictions after the Ford Trump indictment. Yeah, there's gonna be some conviction because you're trumping them up. You made it up just like you made up inflation, just like you said open water policy, just like you made a fake ass fucking pandemic. You know, get the fuck out of here. You garbage. And then you sit up saying now it's coming back. Yeah, because look at what you did in order to make it rotate and come back. There was, to me, the one now story was no more than a story to make people believe that there was one out there floating in the air. You know what I'm saying? But when you start listening to the rhetoric based on the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? We see that they were bullshit because they start saying stupid shit like, you know, A systematic, B systematic, you disrespect the World Health Organization, blah 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 blah. When you know say when people was dropping real facts and doctors were even dropping real facts about the whole situation, you blackball censored, pulled down their fucking shit. You is garbage, nigga. And all the people that are voting for these motherfuckers, you are garbage too. I don't care who you are. I have nothing to do with you. And stay the hell from around me with your sick ass, wannabe, imaginary friend mine. I'm not with that shit with you. This is reality that we're looking at here. And you are living in a fucking demon, democratical, Luciferian, Baphomet, deep state, Baphometical spell, and you're fucking not. And if you are black and down with this, especially in the entertainment world and the hip hop world, shame on you by all means. You know what I'm saying? If I find, and matter of fact, I don't even listen to it really no more. You know what I'm saying? I really listen to the old music, and even sometimes they were crooked too. But today, y'all have truly shown your true colors. And to see that hip hop was something that would help to liberate, it turned out to be that it was put there to be a trick in end of longevity, that it would come out to this bullshit. And that is unfair, wrong, and especially to those who founded it and put their life on the line, and the many people that were lost in the hip hop culture due to hip hop mind frame driving the minds of the young children from the left to the right to the third up to this day. You garbage with that one as well. You know what I'm saying? You have to start using hip hop for the betterment of the black people in which created it in the first place. You know what I'm saying? But we see the GOP erupts over 2018 text from Creepy Hunter Biden, you know what I'm saying, claiming he paid dad bills for the past 11 years. You know what I'm saying? We don't give a flying fuck because we know you're crooked just the same. You ain't no different than the rest of them. So you need to get out of our face with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? How you paid it by robbing and stealing from other countries and devaluing the country's money and raiding the country bank account real clean while you sit up in Washington D.C. grinning and skinning and smoking crack with about 5 or 6 crack whores, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And don't forget the a 6 pack of beer and a quart of pork fried rice. You know what I mean? But in the indicted Sidney Powell hits rock bottom and kept digging, posting election conspiracy theories and hawking $25 post, $25 post photo of herself. You know what I'm saying? From what we see here, you know what I'm saying? From what we see here, it didn't matter, as we see. But we see Sidney Powell, fresh off the indictment of Georgia, but that's not dim her commitment to pushing baseless election fraud conspiracy. Not had, nor has it, stopped the uh, hawking merchandise with a discount code pegged to the indictment. You know what I'm saying? What she gotta do, what she gotta do. She's supporting her. She's supporting it right on the corner because she know what I know. She know that the election was a fraud. You know what I'm saying? We even see, Mike Pence